just about to get underway over here from the Barado Center in East Chicago. Rich and Brandon with you tonight on 90.5 The Key WRTW, and we are certainly looking forward to this one. The number 3 and number 1 teams in the area just about to go at it. I don't see any familiar faces, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was a couple recruits in this gym tonight watching this action, Rich.
Well, yeah, you know, coaches-wise, but you know, when you look around, you see teams from all over the area are here.
Underway here from East Chicago Central. Tip is up and controlled by the Cardinals, and it'll be taken by Jermaine Cousinard running the point for the Cardinals. He dishes it off right to Highland Edwards. Inside feed for Damian Jefferson. Lays it up and in on the right side to Jefferson and gets the Cardinals out to a 2-0 lead just underway here in the first. Ball was kicked out here near the scorer's table and recovered by the official. Back out to the baseline for Griffith, and the Cardinals will start the game in the press. Broken down by Griffith. Break in transition for Griffith, and it's laid up and in by Anthony Murphy real quick. A layup to the left side for Murphy ties the game at 2. So 2-2 early on, 7.5 to go here in the first quarter. East Chicago with the ball, and it's Kayshawn Lewis. Working on Anthony Quintero, dishes it right over to Jermaine Cousinard. Cousinard, right side for Jefferson. Jefferson looks to penetrate, and it'll be a foul on the floor. Foul against Griffith going on Anthony Harris. It'll be his first.
Right now, it looks like East Chicago looking to do some penetration using the athletic skills of Damian Jefferson.
So it'll be an inbounds play for the Cardinals on the baseline with the ball is Cousinard. All the way down the court on the other side. Lob ball to Jefferson, who will bring it up running the point. Jefferson working on Ternell Murphy. Jefferson popped a 3-ball, no good. Rebound by Ternell Murphy. Going back to Griffith on their second possession. 2-2, minute underway here in the first quarter from the Barado Center. Lob inside for Griffith to Anthony Harris. Harris lays it up off the rim, no good. And the rebound brought down by Jefferson for the Cardinals. Jefferson gives it up to Cleveland, who gets it up the floor real quick. Cleveland over to Lewis. Back to Cleveland, baseline jumper, no good. Recovered by Cleveland himself, and he lays it up, and then that first shot was by Lewis. Rebound and put back by Cleveland. His first points of the night, and gives the Cardinals another 2-point lead at 4-2. Other side of the floor now, a shot put up by Griffith, and a foul on the floor as it will be Terrell Murphy going to the line for 2.
But they called a foul on Jefferson.
That'll be his first. First shot is up and good.
Missed it.
No, he missed it. I was looking down at my notes. So, missed the first shot. And the second one, that one is in. And good. So, first points of the night for Murphy. And it's a 4-3 game. Cardinals now with it, brought up by Hiram Edwards. Left side for Cousinard, who lobs it up. He was looking for Jefferson, couldn't find him. It'll go out of bounds, and a turnover for the Cardinals. Griffith basketball.
East Chicago with a full court press. Looks like full court man-to-man.
Yeah, running a full court man as the Cardinals try to put Griffith on the press as they're on the road here tonight. Panthers with it now. It's Kelston Hayden. Hayden working on Hiram Edwards, driving right side. Bobbles the basketball, reconsiders, and kicks it out of bounds. Goes off a Griffith player and turns it over to the Cardinals. Or no, it'll be Griffith basketball. Quintero on the inbounds play on the baseline. Finds Hayden. Hayden baseline up to Murphy. Murphy working on Charlie Cleveland. Lost it. Recovered by Anthony Murphy, who slams it home. Murphy with the thunder slam, posterizing the Cardinal player, and the Panthers are busy celebrating other side of the floor. A layup attempt by Hiram Edwards is just swatted away by the Panthers, and this Griffith crowd is going crazy.
We talked about the emotions in this game here. Murphy picked up the loose ball and jammed it home, and then the whole team was celebrating at one end of the court, and East Chicago took advantage of that.
Anthony Harris with a critical mistake, but then makes up for it, getting down to the other side of the floor for the rejection, but does commit the foul on Edwards, who will be at the line for two. What a sequence there. That slam was just disgusting by Anthony Murphy. They got his team so fired up they forgot to get back on defense, Rich.
Yes, you know, and I'm watching Gary Hayes, Coach Gary Hayes over here, and he's just exploded. He couldn't believe that his team did not come down the floor.
First free throw by Edwards is in, making it a 5-5 game. 2 shots for Edwards after the rejection and foul. Second shot is up, nothing but net and good. So 6-5, home team with the lead here at the Verado Center. Cardinals continue with that man press. Griffith gets it up the floor. It's Quintero, left elbow. Quintero gets it back up to Hayden. Hayden running the court, dribble penetrates, backs up. 3 ball put up by Anthony Murphy off the back of the rim, no good. A couple of Cardinal players fight for it, hits it out. It's recovered by Griffith. It's Hayden looking for space and dishes it up to Murphy on the baseline, and Murphy was fouled. Foul is going to go against Cleveland yep. For East Chicago. That'll be his first. And an out-of-bounds play for the Panthers. Inbounds to Turnell Murphy. Murphy right elbow Hayden. Murphy on the baseline, 2-point shot, rainbow ball, no good. Rebound brought down Jefferson. Jefferson will keep it, bring it up the floor. Gets it up to Charlie Cleveland, who put up the shot and was fouled. Foul will go against Anthony Murphy. That's his first. So you can see the emotions of the game getting to these players. We've already seen a lot of free throw attempts, a lot of fouls early on. Just 2 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. This is the 4th trip to the free throw line between both teams. First shot up for Cleveland. No good.
You know, right now, like you said, the emotions are high. It may take them a little bit to settle down, but I hope the fouls don't play a big part in this game.
Second shot for Cleveland is up and off the back of the rim. Rebound brought down by Kelson Hayden for Griffith. Hayden pressed hard by Cleveland and is brought down out of bounds. It will go to Griffith. And there was actually, they're going to call a foul on Cleveland.
Well, they called it on Cousinard, I believe.
Okay, they called it on Cousinard. It was Cleveland and Cousinard working on the ball.
It was like Cleveland that landed on the player.
Yeah. So nonetheless, Griffith's back with it. It's Anthony Murphy. Murphy running the point, right elbow, finds his twin brother, Turnell. Turnell Murphy in between crossover, and another foul on the play as Murphy was looking to penetrate, and they will call the foul against the Cardinals. That's going to go against Cleveland. That's already the second foul on Charlie Cleveland tonight.
The referees right now, I believe, Brandon, are trying to take control of this game. They know it's a tough game. They don't want to see things get out of hand, so they're calling these fouls right now early to let them know, hey, we're in control.
So A. Brown will pull Cleveland to the bench, and Madison Hawkins will see his first action of the night, checking in for the Cardinals. Lob pass for Griffith to no avail. Rebounded and intercepted by Hyland Edwards, who takes it to the other end of the floor and lays it up and in. Does Edwards. 8-5 game now. Cardinals on top. Just under 5 to play here in the first. Sloppy ball handling by Griffith. Coming down the floor was Turnell Murphy. Couldn't get a handle on it. And another turnover for the Panthers. So after a quick start for Griffith, a couple of turnovers. Now they're down by 3, and the Cardinals with the basketball.
That's the type of player Edwards is. He makes the basket at one end, comes down here, and then creates a turnover.
Edwards brings it up the floor, gets it across half court, dishes it right side to Cousinard. Cousinard inside feed for Edwards. Edwards no good, but it's Damian Jefferson on the putback and gets it in. 4 points in the night for Jefferson, 10-5 Cardinals. Other end of the floor now, Anthony Murphy. And it's stolen away by Jefferson. It's Edwards and Jefferson on a 3-2 break. Left side, Cousinard, no good. Put back by Jefferson is in 4 consecutive points for Damian Jefferson, and that's going to be a timeout for Griffith. All of a sudden, 12-5 Cardinals on a big run, 6 consecutive points, and that'll be a 30-second timeout for Griffith as head coach Gary Hayes looking to calm his team down. Stay tuned till after tonight's game as Rich and I will give out some awards. We'll be naming the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, as well as the Crow Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game in the post-game show. And certainly we should have a lot of candidates for that tonight, Rich. We're going to see a lot of scoring, it looks like.
You know, the athleticism on both of these teams, you know, the tip in by Jefferson. He was 3 feet over the basket. That's unbelievable. I mean, we're going to see outstanding plays tonight. We're still early in this ball game.
Yeah, there are some athletic players on the floor for both teams, putting on a show for a packed house here at the John A. Barato Center in East Chicago. Griffith basketball, and East Chicago still with that man press, and they're going to call a kick on Cousinard. Cousinard was playing man on Anthony Murphy, looking to do anything he can to get a body part on the ball. Unfortunately, it was his foot. Be back out of bounds for Griffith. Brings it up the floor, does Tremel Murphy. East Chicago with tenacious defense. Murphy finds space inside for Josh Terzale, and Terzio went up for the basket and was fouled hard on the play, and Terzio will go to the line for 2.
Hawkins did an outstanding job, defending his ground there. Basically telling him, don't bring that stuff in here, and it was definitely a hard block.
Well, Terzio was on the break. He had space and was looking to lay it up and in, and you're right. Madison defending his home court here and saying none of that. First free throw was good for Terzio, who subbed in for Griffith. 12-6 now, Cardinals with the lead. Second free throw attempt by Terzio, no good. Rebound brought down by Jefferson, and you can just see the athleticism and the jump of Jefferson as he goes up for these rebounds. Other side of the floor now, it was Edwards driving the lane, and Edwards drew the foul on Griffith, and he'll go to the line.
I believe they call that on Hayden.
Yep. First foul on Kelston Hayden.
Edwards doing a nice job taking advantage of that slow defense from Griffith, trying to drive the lane.
Another sub in for Lewis. That will not be a shooting foul, as Jamar Adams gets himself in the game for the first time for the Cardinals. Hiron Edwards looking to drive the lane, had it stripped away, recovered by Jamar Adams, feeds it inside to Madison Hawkins, who lays it up and in from the right side, extending the lead to 8 for East Chicago. On the inbounds for Griffith, looking to push in transition. A lob pass over half court to no avail. Nothing doing there, looking for Lawrence Mosley out of bounds, so another turnover for Griffith. It'll go back to East Chicago.
That's the 4th turnover on Griffith with this man-to-man full court pressure.
So Cardinals with it, and Griffith is giving them the length of the court to get the ball down court as they set their defense, playing man-to-man here on the right side of the floor for Rich and I. 3 ball put up by Edwards. Nothing but net. Hiron Edwards finding his stroke, his first points of the night. 17-6 now, Cardinals with the lead. Still playing that press as Hayden looks to get it across. And it'll be a whistle on the floor now.
Kicking the ball, I believe.
Another kick on East Chicago as they play that man press. It'll go back out here at center court, right in front of Rich and I, inbounded by Anthony Murphy. It's Hayden giving space to get it across half court, working on Jamar Adams. Hayden looking for Murphy on the left side. Murphy can't get a handle of it. Out of bounds. 5 turnovers now for the Panthers. And it'll be Cardinal basketball now, already with an 11-point lead early on here in the game. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Right now the Cardinals showing that quickness on defense, really giving problems to the Panthers. Bringing
it up for the Cardinals on the right elbow is Edwards. Edwards looks to lob it inside for Hawkins. Can't find him. Bobbled, rebounded, recovered by Adams. And now it's kicked on Lewis with an aggressive move on the left side. Lays it up and in, and the foul. That was Adams.
Jamar Adams.
Jamar Adams with the aggressive move. Hard to see from this angle. Jamar Adams wearing number 2, the sophomore guard, with the move and the foul. His first point.
Great job by Adams. He had the shot blocked the first time, stuck with it, was able to grab the offensive rebound and put it back up, and the foul.
So 19-6. Cardinals with a 13-point lead, their largest of the night thus far. Free throw is good. So 3 points for Adams. Other side of the floor now for the Panthers. Shot attempt put up by Murphy, no good. And a putback recovered by his brother Tremel. And that's no good either, but a foul on the play as well. And foul's going to go against Cleveland. It was Hawkins with the foul. His second foul already coming off the bench for Madison. And it'll be 2 shots for Tremel. First free throw attempt for Tremel Murphy is good. His first points of the night. 20-7. East Chicago Central with the early lead here over Griffith. Number 3 versus number 1. Second shot attempt by Murphy is good. So 2 points on free throws for Tremel Murphy. Cuts the lead now to 12. It's 20-8. Cardinals with the lead and the ball. Brought up the floor by Edwards. Edwards right elbow to Cousinard, and find Edwards on the turnaround. Nice rotation there by Edwards on the layup. Shot was no good, and it'll be a foul against East Chicago and out of bounds for Griffith.
Edwards tried to drive a little bit. He did a spin move, and they called the charge on him.
2 fouls now on Edwards already here in the first quarter. Other side of the floor now Griffith. Fast-paced game on both sides of the floor. It is Quintero. Quintero gets it off to Murphy, and another whistle on the floor. It's going to go against East Chicago, Damian Jefferson. So Jefferson, Hawkins, and Cleveland all with 2 fouls already for East Chicago, and that is going to force Coach A. Brown to take his Division I recruit to the bench. Damian Jefferson has a seat.
This is where Cousinard has to step up now. Cousinard has the ability to play at Jefferson level.
Tremel Murphy with the shot, and that is no good on the free throw attempt. And it'll go out of bounds to Griffith. So it's Quintero on the inbounds. Baseline feed over to Hayden. Hayden inside now. Shot attempt put up by Terzarillo. That's no good. And the rebound brought down by East Chicago and Cousinard. Cousinard gets it up to Adams. Adams is looking to feed up to his teammate, but it's turned over and recovered by Griffith. Tremel Murphy in the transition looking to lay it up, and a whistle before the shot. And it'll be another foul. Foul against Kayshawn Lewis. I have 9 fouls against East Chicago Central.
In the first quarter.
So Griffith is already in the bonus, shooting 1-1. Tremel Murphy at the line, now with a 1-1. And that's good. 3 free throw attempts, 3 free throws made for Murphy in an 11-point game, 20-9 here in the first quarter. Second of the 1-1 for Murphy is good. So he's 4 for 4 and 4 points on the night. For Murphy cuts the East Chicago Central lead to 10. It's 20-10. 9 fouls once again for East Chicago, as they're 1 foul away for putting Griffith in the double bonus for the remainder of this second half. For the Cardinals now it's Edwards. Looks to drive, dishes left. Drive by Kayshawn Lewis, is looking for the basket. It's swatted away by Griffith. It'll be an out-of-bounds play, Cardinal basketball.
Type of game it is, you know, after that swat, the trash talking started.
Terzarillo with the swat, a quick 3-ball put up by Jermaine Cousinard from the top of the key, and that's good. Jermaine's first points of the night takes the lead back to 13, 23-10 Cardinals. Panthers with the ball, and it's Hayden. Hayden double team, dishes left side for Tremel Murphy. Murphy back to Hayden. Murphy sets the screen. Hayden double team, 3-ball. Murphy left side, no good. Off the rim, rebound brought down to Vontae Jones. In the game for the first time is Jones for the Cardinals. Gets it back out to Edwards in the game. First quarter, 2 fouls. 3-ball, Edwards, right elbow. Air ball, no good. Rebound by Tremel Murphy for Griffith. Back up on the break, 3-2 advantage for Griffith. Air ball put up by Lawrence Mosley. And a quick rebound for East Chicago. Up the floor, it's Cousinard. Cousinard drives all the way right side. Layup, no good. Putback attempt by Devontae Jones is no good. And Jones will draw the foul and go to the line for 2.
Fast-paced action right now, Brandon. It's unbelievable the pace that these kids are going at.
Foul going against Hayden. It's his second for Griffith. And he's the only player on Griffith with 2 fouls thus far, as there are 4 players on East Chicago that have already got their second foul early on here in this game. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. First free throw attempt by Jones was good. It's his first points of the evening. Shooting 2, 24-10. Second shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound brought down by Murphy, Tremel that is, for the Panthers. Frank is Kona now in the game for Griffith. Brings it up, runs the point. As Kona working on Lewis. As Kona hands it off right side. Now dishes inside for Tremel Murphy. And Murphy with a nice spin move drives the lane and was fouled on the shot attempt. So Murphy will go back to the line for two. See who this one was against. I couldn't tell.
Cousinard.
That's on Cousinard. And that's Cousinard's first. So of the starters for East Chicago, Lewis, Cleveland, Cousinard, Edwards, and Jefferson. You got Jefferson with 2 fouls, Edwards with 2, Cousinard and Lewis both with 1, and Cleveland with 2. 8 fouls between the starters in the first quarter for East Chicago.
Now they're in the double bonus now.
First free throw attempt was in for Murphy. He's got 5 points on free throws tonight, does Anthony, or Tremel. And call it 6 now. 6 for 6 from the line from Tremel, 12-point game, 9 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. East Chicago with it, it's Edwards. Edwards, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, dishes out, dishes inside, 1 second, and time expires. It was Jamar Adams looking for the layup. No good, didn't get the shot off, into 1. Here from East Chicago, razzle-dazzle from the Barado Center. It's 24-12, Cardinals on top. Rich and I will bring you the second quarter right after this on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.
Triple Crown All-Stars Baseball and Softball Academy in Cherville is a year-round instructional facility featuring a fully AstroTurf building for team practice, batting cages, infield, and pitching mounds. The staff at Triple Crown features years of professional instruction in hitting, pitching, and fielding for both baseball and softball. Triple Crown All-Star Baseball and Softball Academy is located at 2208 US 41 in Cherville, and the number to call to make a reservation is 219-864-0711. The website is triplecrownallstars.com.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Second quarter underway here from the Barado Center. You're listening to Prep Basketball here on the Region Sports Network, 90.5 The Key, WRTW, and around the world on the internet at regionsports.com. Chevy's the MVPs of MPG. Left side of the floor here, Griffith with it, 3-ball, no good. And the second attempt put up by Lawrence Mosley is in. A nice rebound recovery by Mosley for his first points of the night. 10-point lead for the Cardinals, 24-14. East Chicago Central now with the basketball right in front of Rich and I, right side of the floor. Baseline jumper put up by Devontae Jones, bounced off, no good. Rebound Griffith. Tremel Williams drives, lays it up, no good. Does Murphy all the way on the other side of the floor, coast to coast for Murphy, but can't find the basket. Rebound brought back down by Damian Jefferson, who's back in the game here in the second quarter with 2 fouls for the Cardinals. It's Jefferson. Screen set by Mosley. Jefferson, baseline jumper, air ball, no good. Rebound, Griffith. Griffith on the break, 3-2. It's Murphy, double team. And Murphy with the lob from his teammate Azcona. Azcona found Murphy under the basket, but East Chicago had caught up, and the Cardinal foul will send Tremel Murphy back to the line.
You know, on the offensive side of the ball for East Chicago, they're looking at a spread offense right now, almost like a four-corner looking for an easy back door.
Murphy 6 for 6 from the line so far tonight, 6 points. And a 10-point deficit for his Griffith Panthers. First free throw after the foul is good. Call it 7 for 7 now for Murphy. I'm already running out of space on my score sheet for his free throws. We're in the second quarter. 24-15, Cardinals with the lead. Second free throw attempt by Murphy is up, and it is good. Can't complain about that. 8 for 8 from the charity stripe tonight for Tremel Murphy. And an 8-point lead for the Cardinals. With it now, it's Edwards. Edwards working on Lawrence Mosley. Edwards drives the lane, dishes off. Nice speed to Jamar Adams. Lays it up and in. 4 points in the night for Adams. Takes the lead back to 10 now for the Cardinals. Cardinals continuing to press Griffith as they get it across half court. It's Quintero. Quintero baseline for Tremel Murphy. Murphy, other side, playing keep away now is Griffith. It's Mosley. Mosley back left elbow for Quintero. Back out to Harris. To Quintero. To Harris. Harris running the point. Double team. Now to Quintero on the left elbow. Griffith rotates. Finds space inside as Tremel Murphy in the post. And Murphy's got it swatted away. 2-3 break now for East Chicago Central. And it's Keyshawn Lewis taking it all the way down himself. A little floater from 8 feet.
Put a nice touch on that ball.
Yes, he did. Nice touch for Lewis. 2 points on the night for him. 12-point lead for the Cardinals. It's other side, Griffith now and Quintero on the elbow. Quintero working on Adams for Central. And Griffith's going to slow it down. Quintero with it again, working on Adams. Screen set by Murphy. East Chicago rotates as the Panthers look to get some rhythm on offense and get a basket. Murphy under the post, has it turned over. Has it swatted away. Other side of the floor all the way down is Edwards. And it'll be a foul on the floor before the shot.
East Chicago comes out in a full court press, man-to-man. When they go back into their half-court set, they're in a 2-3 zone, and that still is giving Griffith some problems. Seven turnovers now for East Chicago, for Griffith.
So Griffith with 7 turnovers. East Chicago already in the double bonus with 10. It was Aftona on the foul for Griffith, and Hiram Edwards at the line for the Cardinals. Working on a 12-point lead here in the second quarter, 28-16, 5:18 left to go here in this first half. And it was actually a 1-and-1. Everybody in the house was confused except for Jamar Adams. It was a 1-and-1 in the play. Griffith stayed on the outside of the free throw lane, and Adams lays it up and in. Other side of the floor, Griffith now. A layup attempt put up by Mosley is no good. And quickly to the other side of the floor is Adams again. And Adams lays it up and in. So 4 consecutive points for Adams. Takes the lead to 16 now, 32-16. Griffith with the ball, and it was Quintero looking the inside post for his teammate Anthony Harris. Under the basket, ill-advised pass for Quintero. Had some mustard on it, went out of bounds. Another turnover for Griffith.
It seems that Griffith is just going into a little funk right now. They thought they had the 2-shot foul over here, and then they had 2 consecutive turnovers.
4:45 left to go here in the second, and it was a cross-court pass by Chicago looking for Edwards. Tipped out of bounds by Griffith, and Edwards will take it out for the Cardinals. Edwards feeds it to Adams. Across half court comes Jamar. Working on Quintero for Griffith. Adams dribbles right. Finds Cleveland, top of the key. Cleveland over to Jefferson. Jefferson drives the lane right side, puts up a little floater, no good. Rebound brought down by Murphy. Cardinals just tenacious on that press, even on the transition. 3 ball, other side of the floor, baseline Quintero, that's no good. Rebound and put back for Griffith by Anthony Murphy. Shot no good, but a foul on the play, and Murphy will go to the line for 2.
Not sure who they called that foul on.
Devontae Jones.
He was in there battling the board.
Yep.
I thought the foul was actually going to be called on Murphy.
So first foul of the night for Jones, and it's Anthony Murphy wearing 21. One of 2 twins in the starting lineup, Anthony and Tremel Murphy for the Panthers. First free throw attempt for Anthony was good. His brother is 8 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Second free throw attempt by Anthony is good. If brother goes 8 for 8, he can't miss any, right? 32-18, Cardinals with the lead. Just under 4 minutes left to go here in the first half from East Chicago Central. All the way down the floor is Hiram Edwards with a drive to the left side, lays it up and in.
That was a D1 move. He just beat him on the first step and took him straight to the hoop.
7 on the night now for Edwards. Takes the lead to 16 for East Chicago. A little scramble at the other side of the floor for Griffith. Covered by Avian Jefferson. Slams it home. There's Jefferson on the break. Takes the lead to 18. And getting it back up the floor is Griffith. And the Panthers will turn it over again, and the ball will go to East Chicago. Or the ball will go to Griffith as it was against the Cardinals. Tough to see, tough to hear here right now. It'll be Griffith basketball, but a timeout on the floor for the Panthers as they'll look to regroup. Damian Jefferson with the tomahawk slam getting this place on their feet.
That was a la Michael Jordan. He left almost from the free throw line with that and just skied with the tomahawk jam coming off a turnover.
And poor Kelson Hayden down there just standing at 5'8" was the Panthers' only hope. He didn't have a chance as Jefferson got sky high above the rim and threw it down for the Cardinals, giving them their largest lead of the night at 36-18 ECC with 3.5 left to go here in the first.
It must be the shoes, those fluorescent green shoes that he's wearing with pink socks.
A lot of the Cardinals players wearing pink socks tonight, even pink shoes, and their home whites with the red trim, and the Panthers with their black jerseys, gold trim, diamond design down the sides. And the Panthers need to get something going on offense, as they haven't been able to find much here tonight with most of their points coming from free throws. All but 4 coming from free throws tonight. Quintero now for the Panthers on the left elbow finds Hayden. Hayden, top of the key, turns it over. And a turnover back to Griffith by East Chicago. It was recovered by Anthony Harris with the put-up. And ball no good for Harris. And it'll be a turnover for Griffith on the turnaround. And back out to East Chicago. A couple of turnovers as the Cardinals try to get it across half court. Griffith can't make anything of it. Up the floor now for the Cardinals is Edwards. Edwards working on Kelson Hayden and traveled. Edwards was looking for a little floater. Looked like he dragged that right foot.
Yeah, he did a little spin move and dragged the foot.
So Panthers basketball as Cardinals continue to press with an 18-point lead, and another turnover for Griffith. A little floater on the transition for Jermaine Cousinard. Shot no good. And the foul will go against Cousinard with the charge. So second foul of the night for Cousinard. It'll be an out of bounds for Griffith.
Out of bounds for Griffith, yes.
So Quintero inbounds the ball and gets it up to Hayden. Hayden feeds it up for Anthony Murphy. Murphy dishes it inside to his brother Trammell. And Trammell lays it up and in. And another stoppage of play as Trammell looks like he got poked in the eye.
He may have got, yeah.
So the referees will stop the action as Murphy with his jersey over his eyes. And his twin brother gives him a little shove, says, hey, get out of here. Go have a seat for a second.
What a beautiful job driving the lane with a spin move to put it up. I didn't see how it occurred.
So first points of the night for Trammell that haven't come from the free throw line, as he'll take a seat after taking a finger to the eyeball. Other side of the floor, shot put up by East Chicago, no good. A 3-ball put up by Kayshawn Lewis off the back of the backboard, and that bounces in and out, and a rebound again for East Chicago. 3-ball by Jefferson is good this time. They give this team 3 shots in a possession, and one of them is going to go in. So a wide open 3 by Damian goes down. 10 points in the night for Jefferson, and another stop.
We talked about this in the beginning of the game, Brandon. Technical foul going to be assessed against, I believe it's Hyman Edwards.
Okay. What happened?
After the basket, it may have been taunting, something.
Okay.
But we talked about this, technical foul.
So 2 personal fouls and a tech on Hyman Edwards after the play. It's Kelson Hayden at the line shooting the tee for Griffith. He'll get 2 shots. First one is good. First points of the night for Hayden. Gets Griffith at 20 as they trail by 19. Second free throw on the tee is no good. And the scoreboard was a little behind. That's actually 21 now for Griffith as they trail by 18. 39-21. 2 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in the first half. Inbounds for Griffith. Quintero Gets it into Hayden. Hayden working on Lewis. Dishes inside for Terzariel. Terzariel, right side, Anthony Harris puts up a 3-ball, no good for Harris, and the rebound brought down by Jefferson. So Cardinals slowing it down a little bit as it's Jefferson. Jefferson working on Anthony Murphy. Jefferson, nothing you can do about that. 19-foot jumper, nothing but net with 2 guys on him.
4 hands in his face, and he still pops the J.
12 points in the night for Jefferson, 41-21. Biggest lead of the night for the Cardinals. Other side, Murphy. The turnaround, little looper jumper, no good. Cardinals got the rebound, turned it over at half court. Jumper put up for Kelson Hayden, and that's good. A little 14-foot floater for Hayden. 3 points in the night for Kelson. 41-23 Cardinals, just over a minute to go here in the first. Other side now for the Cardinals, it's Jefferson. Jefferson guarded by Anthony Murphy, drives left side, a little floater, no good, off the corner of the rim. Rebound brought down Edwards, put back no good, and the rebound brought down by Griffith and Harris, who finds Hayden. Harris now for Quintero. Harris puts up a little floater into the basket. It's swatted away by Jefferson. Other side now, Jefferson hustles down the floor, gets a feed from Edwards, and on the shot attempt, Jefferson was fouled.
On the other side of the court, a beautiful swat by Jefferson. Was able to run the floor and be able to finish up on this end, getting the ball, but getting the foul.
So the foul will go against Anthony Murphy. That's his second on the night. And Damian Jefferson, who wears number 23 for East Chicago, at the line for 2. First one off the front of the rim, and no good.
Well, you could tell he's short-armed that one.
Jefferson's 2 for 3 on the night from the line. 13 points total for Damian out of the 41 that have been scored for the Cardinals with 43 seconds left to go here in the first half. Working on an 18-point lead. Second free throw attempt by Jefferson is in. So 14 on the night for Damian.
And our first chance
Griffith basketball.
And our first chance to see the big boy, Johnny Jones, come in for East Chicago, 6'9", sophomore, as Hybrid Edwards takes the seat.
Up the floor now for Griffith. It's Hayden. Hayden, long 3-ball, top of the key, off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Adams, East Chicago. On the break, it's Stubbs. Stubbs, right side layup, that's no good. Air ball, and it'll go out of bounds to Griffith. Folks, with Valentine's Day just around the corner, what better way to show that special someone you care than with a specialty item from Lolly's Florist in East Chicago. Lolly's Florist has a variety of items to choose from, including silk and fresh flowers. Lolly's Florist, 3820 Main Street in East Chicago. For orders and delivery, and the phone number is 378-1036. 10 seconds left to go here in the first half. Griffith basketball looking for the last shot. Griffith. It's Martinez. Martinez for Hayden. Hayden, 1 second. Jumper, Quintero. And it's no good. Quintero looking for the 3 to close out the half. Spins in and out. And a couple of Panthers hanging their heads as they walk across the floor. They got quite a deficit to make up as they're going to walk to the locker room with a 19-point deficit. It's 42-23. East Chicago with a commanding lead. After the first half, Rich and I will come back with the halftime show, giving you scores, stats, and analysis right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois. Tonight's game is being underwritten by your Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agents in Lake County. Different drivers require different kinds of car insurance. Coverage from house to house isn't always the same. And life policies vary too. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County is proud to, in part, underwrite high school sports on 90.5 FM WRTW The Key. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance of Lake County. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep. McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel, with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at McShanes.com.
Blue 82, located in St. John just across from Lake Central High School, is where big screen sports, mouth-watering food, live music, and good times are all on the same team. Featuring food prepared from scratch with top-quality ingredients, Blue 82 provides a fun and relaxed atmosphere for groups big and small. Blue 82 is open for quick lunches, outstanding dinners, and late-night snacks. To see all that Blue 82 has to offer, including their menu, the website is www.blue82.net.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
And welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network. Tonight on WRTW 90.5 The Key and around the world on the internet at regionsports.com for more details on the great Chevy lineup. The website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. That's Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. They are number one, 42-23. It's East Chicago Central with a 19-point lead over the number 3 Griffith Panthers. Of course, East Chicago Central is number 1 in the RSN top 10. Have been all season long, and they're certainly demonstrating why tonight, Rich.
I know their athleticism is just outstanding, Brandon. You know, the way they run the floor. This game is living up to everything everybody thought it was going to be. Right now, Griffith is finding themselves, a little shorthanded. But I'll tell you what, I think Gary Hayes is going to put something together at halftime to get the Panthers back, and we're going to see this game get a little closer before it's all said and done.
Yeah, 19-point lead for East Chicago Central. Now, when you say that it's the game that everyone was hoping for, can't quite say that considering the scoring deficit for Griffith, but we've certainly seen the excitement. Damian Jefferson with, Sports Center stuff going on. Just some highlight reel plays on both sides of the floor for East Chicago Central, and you can see why there's been some D1 recruits finding a spot in this gym this season. We're going to run down the points for both teams. Taking a look at East Chicago Central points and stats with Rich and Brandon here. Leading all scorers right now is Damian Jefferson. He's got 16 points, including that jam that just lit this place up towards the end of the second quarter, but he has just been dynamic on the offensive side of the floor. Defensively as well, East Chicago's been running that man press, and it has just been giving fits to Griffith. Rich and I are going to talk about that a little more here in a moment. Jamar Adams pitching in 9 for East Chicago Central. Lewis, Cleveland, and Hawkins all with 2. Jermaine Cousinard with 3, and Hiron Edwards with 7 points as well. What do we got as far as the turnovers? I know there's been a lot of them.
That's the story of the first half right now, Brandon. Griffith with 11 turnovers in the first half. That's mostly due to that man-to-man full court pressure that they're applying and that quickness and athleticism of the East Chicago Central Cardinals.
Taking a look at the Griffith lineup, and they're scoring here in the first half. Leading Griffith is Tremel Murphy. 11 points on the night, just 1 field goal because he's 9 for 9 from the line. That's their leading scorer, and he's got 9 free throw attempts, 9 made.
And we said it earlier, right? Hoping that fouls wouldn't play a big role in this game. But I tell you what, if they keep sending him to the line, he's going to keep drilling them.
Tremel Murphy's twin brother, Anthony Murphy, pitching in 4 points for the Panthers, joined by Lawrence Mosley with 4 as well. Josh Terzario, with a point. And it's Kelston Hayden with 3, and that breaks up the scoring for the Griffith Panthers. 23 points for Griffith, 42 for East Chicago Central, as the Cardinals are in the locker room right now, and Coach A. Brown with a 19-point lead over Griffith. At Griffith Jewelers, each crafted piece of jewelry carries the tradition of quality, artistry, and accessible luxury that we've been used to since 1948. Our collections are perfect for a wide range of occasions and purposes, such as weddings, engagement parties, anniversaries, birthdays, and promenade balls, among others. Griffith Jewelers, that's 144 North Broad Street in Griffith. I'm Brandon Alexander. He's Rich Castillo. Over at the Barado Athletic Center in East Chicago, we got quite a basketball game right now. 42-23, Cardinals with the lead here on 90.5 WRTW and streaming worldwide on RegionSports.com. If you love Region Sports, check out our website, RegionSports.com. That's Northwest Indiana's premier local sports website. Surf the site. Get video highlights. Our video is actually streaming live tonight, so you can see that. You can stream it to your big screen like Tim Diamond's doing right now and watching and listening to us. Check out video highlights, photo galleries. You listen to games on demand. Go to the message board. Let us know what you think. And there's a whole lot more coming up in the very near future from all of us at RegionSports.com. Of course, let us know that you're listening tonight. Send us an email, fanmail@RegionSports.com. We'll give you a shout-out during the broadcast. That's fanmail@RegionSports.com. What do you got for me, Rich?
Yeah, I wanted to point out something else here. You know, another number that's really looking big here is the rebounds. East Chicago out-rebounding Griffith 17-8. That's due to the fact of Damian Jefferson with 6 rebounds. He played a big role, not only leading the score, but leading rebounder as well.
The Region Sports Network is proud to once again team with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance to bring you the Peak Performers program this year on RegionSports.com, recognizing Calumet Region student athletes for peak performance in athletics. That's Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Good coverage does not have to cost more. Underwritten by Lake County, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance agents. Hey, they have offices in Crown Point, Highland, Hobart, Lowell, and Cherville. Just over 60 seconds left to go on the big board here at East Chicago Central at halftime. This is the halftime show with Rich and Brandon, and we're under a minute now. The teams are back on the floor, and we're going to have second half action for you after we come back from this timeout right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131, and online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
And we welcome you back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school basketball here on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 WRTW The Key and around the world on the internet at RegionSports.com. He's Rich Castillo. I'm Brandon Alexander. We're over at the Barado Athletic Center in East Chicago, getting ready to start the second half, 42-23. The Cardinals with a gigantic lead over the Griffith Panthers, number 1 versus number 3 on the floor tonight. And we got the Panthers taking their time getting back on the floor, and their head coach, Gary Hayes, speaking some words of wisdom, getting them fired up. He wants to see his team get back in this ball game, Rich.
I'm sure there was some great words of wisdom in that locker room. But I tell you what, one of the things I'm sure he talked about was the turnovers. They cannot come back out in the second half and give East Chicago another 11 turnovers because they will never get back in this ball game.
That man press by the Cardinals was just suffocating. in the first half for Griffith. I mean, they have no solution for it thus far. That's why most of their points have come from the free throw line. So East Chicago with the ball to start the second half. It's Jefferson. Jefferson left side for Edwards. Edwards tried to feed it inside for Jermaine Cousinard. A little too much air under that one for Edwards. It'll be out of bounds on Cousinard and go to Griffith. It's Quintero inbounding the ball. Quintero gets it into Murphy. Turnell over to his brother Anthony. Back over to Quintero. Brings it up the floor, crosses half court. Quintero finds Anthony Harris, who gets some space on the right side. Harris lays it up. No good. Rebound Jefferson for the Cardinals. Back up the floor, running the point is Edwards. Edwards, just a junior. Or Edwards is a senior, I'm sorry. Edwards 6'1", the guard, a D1 recruit. Some of the best schools in Indiana, best colleges, that is, taking a look at this young man. It'll be a travel on the play for the Cardinals. Cousinard drug his feet on the shot. Officials caught him. Turnover for East Chicago, and it'll go to Griffith.
East Chicago still in that man-to-man press.
And trouble for Griffith as they turn it over. It's Kayshawn Lewis on the break. An uncontested layup for Lewis. 4 points on the night for Kayshawn. 44-23, biggest lead of the night for East Chicago at 21. Other side now, Quintero. And he'll be fouled. Quintero was looking on the other side of the floor for Murphy. And the foul will actually go against.
Went against Quintero.
It actually went against Quintero. I read the official wrong. They switched sides of the floor now. It's the second half. So Quintero, with his first foul of the night, turns it over back to Griffith with a 21-point lead. It's Edwards for the Cardinals. Hesitation dribble. Edwards kicks it back out to Jefferson. Jefferson directing traffic on the right elbow. Screen set by Edwards. Jefferson working on Hayden. Inside feed. Nice pass by Jefferson. Gets it inside to Cleveland. And Cleveland tried to lay it up. No good. And after the play, it'll be a foul that will go against ECC. The foul goes against Jefferson.
Right, and Jefferson needs to watch himself there.
3 fouls now.
Yeah, well, not only that, but he was giving the referee some lip on that foul.
One technical already on the night for East Chicago, and the Cardinals found themselves in foul trouble in the first half. Other side of the floor now for Griffith. The layup is up and good for Anthony Harris. It's Harris's first points of the night. 44-25 now. Cardinals with the lead. Brought up the floor now, Edwards. Left elbow working on Hayden. Edwards dishes it out. Lewis, 3-ball, no good. Rebound, put back, Cleveland, that's no good either. On the left side, and Cleveland was fouled. They'll go to the line for 2. Foul's going to go against Anthony Murphy. That's Murphy's 3rd foul that I have. And Cleveland will be at the line for 2 shots for East Chicago. Mentioned the foul trouble in the first half, Rich.
Yes.
The Cardinals were in double bonus in the first quarter. That's not something they want to do here in the second half, protecting this lead.
Right. And we talked about Damian Jefferson picking up his 3rd foul. I don't know. If I'm Abe Brown, I need to get him out of there. I mean, he picks up the next foul here, 4th foul. This is only 5:53 in the 3rd quarter, and they could lose him for a long time.
20-point lead for the Cardinals, 45-25. Second free throw attempt for Cleveland is good. So Cleveland seeks both his freebies. 4 points of the night for Charlie. Gets it back over to Griffith. Murphy almost turned it over, other side of the floor, now finds Hayden, top of the key. Inside Murphy, who rotates. And Murphy was working on Charlie Cleveland. And that foul is going to go against Cleveland. Charlie had his hands in the air. The referee said he was moving his feet, caused the block. And it'll be out of bounds on the baseline for the Panthers. 3rd foul of the night as well on Cleveland. Inbounds play to Hayden. Thought about the baseline 3, no good. Hesitates his dribble, kicks it back out left side for Quintero. Quintero now back to Hayden, thinks about the 3 again. Reconsiders. Over to Harris on the right side, baseline 3. Anthony Harris is good.
Harrison had a good look at that. Nailed it.
5 points in the 3rd quarter now for Harris, 46-28 Cardinals. Other side of the floor now for ECC, it's Lewis. Lewis left side finds Cousinard. Cousinard over to Jefferson. Jefferson shot fake, feeds inside, found Charlie Cleveland. Cleveland was looking for the inside layup and drug his feet. Another turnover for Chicago Central. They give it back to Griffith. Panthers looking to build some momentum now with an 18-point deficit.
All of a sudden, it's the Cardinals that are looking a little disoriented.
So East Chicago Central lays off that man press all of a sudden for the first time tonight, and Griffith gets it across half court. The easiest way they have all night. Harris, baseline drive, dishes it for Murphy. Layup no good. And it'll be a foul called on the play. What new? Foul's going to go against Griffith. It's Mosley with his first foul of the evening. And the turnover on the offensive side of the ball for the Panthers gives it back to the Cardinals. 46-28 East Chicago Central. 4:45 left to go here in the third from the Barado Center.
The second half has started off kind of slow here, Brandon.
Edwards brings it up, working on Hayden for East Chicago Central. Edwards, nice crossover move with his back to Hayden. Kicks it back out to Lewis. Over to Edwards. Edwards, nice move, looking to find Cousinard on the right side. Couldn't. Cousinard fights for the ball. And the fight for it was with Murphy as well. And there'll be another foul on the play going against Charlie Cleveland. That's 4 fouls now for Cleveland. And Abe Brown doesn't have anybody at the scores table. So Cleveland with 4 fouls is going to have a seat.
They did take him out there.
They did take him out, and they sub in. Okay, so it's Hawkins back in the game for Chicago Central. I didn't see Madison get back in there.
I think Hawkins comes in with 3 fouls, doesn't he? Or
2 for Hawkins.
2? Okay.
Panthers with the basketball. It's Mosley running the point. Quintero with a 3 from the left elbow. No good. A little short off the front. Recovered by East Chicago Central and a quick turnover. They give it right back. It was Cousinard looking for Jefferson. Set him a little long. Then Cousinard gets it back over to Griffith. Quintero back on the right elbow for Hayden. Hayden now from Mosley. Baseline now Murphy. Kicks it over to Harris. Thinks about the 3. Back to Murphy. Baseline. Rotates inside Harris. Nice move. Lays it up and in from the left side.
Nice ball rotation.
7 points per quarter for Anthony Harris. Go ahead, Rich.
No, there was great ball rotation by Griffith that time. Getting the open man inside the paint.
Hiram Edwards drives the lane on the other side for the Cardinals. Foul on the shot. And looks like Edwards will go to the line. He will not go to the line. It was before the shot, they're saying, and it'll be out of bounds.
But with all these whistles, it just seems like both these teams are starting to spin their wheels here a little bit.
Foul goes against Mosley, his second. And the inbounds for Chicago Central is turned over. It's Harris driving all the way to the floor. Finds Murphy on the 2-1 break for Griffith. And Trammell Murphy lays it up and in. 15 of the night for Trammell. His first points in the second half, and all of a sudden it's the Chicago Central needs to call a timeout. It'll be a quick one, just a 30-second, 46-32. Lead down to 14. Smallest lead for East Chicago Central since early on in the second quarter. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K.M.S. Accounting Group in Schererville. When it comes to business, let Randall K.M.S. Accounting put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at the rkmissgroup.com. Quite a ball game going on here. Brendan Alexander and Rich Castillo on the Region Sports Network, 90.5 WRTW. The Key over here at the Barado Center in East Chicago. Bringing number 3 Griffith versus number 1 East Chicago Central on the floor. What's going on over here, Rich?
Oh no, I'm just looking at you're talking. I'm looking at the fans here hanging over the top railing.
Yeah,
looking over. This is great. This is what region basketball is all about.
It is quite an atmosphere. Yeah, a lot of people standing room across the bleachers that are recessed and not accessible for seating. Over here on the west end of the floor behind the baskets is a full house here at the Barado Center. Shot put up by Hiram Edwards, a little floater from 12 feet, sinks for Edwards.
That ends the dry spell for a while, doesn't it? 9
points on the night for Hiram. Gets the lead back up to 16 for East Chicago Central, 48-32, just under 3 to go, left to go here in the third quarter. Other side now for Griffith, it's Hayden. Kicks it out left side baseline. It's Harris. Harris with a nice move on Hawkins. Finds some space on the baseline, slaps the backboard and lays it up and in. 48-34. Lead back down to 14 for East Chicago. Other side now it's Jefferson. For Edwards. Now back out to Cleveland, and it'll be Jefferson who just sits with it. Jefferson working on Harris. Screen set. 3-ball put up by Jefferson. Nothing but net. Making it look easy. That's a sweet spot from that left elbow. He's got 2 of them tonight from there. 19 of the night for Damian. Lead back out to 17 for the Cardinals. Just under 2 to play left here in the third quarter. Other side now Hayden. Inside for Harris. Back out. Hayden. 3-ball put up. Left elbow for Harris. No good. Rebound brought down by Lawrence Mosley. Put back attempt. No good. Triple teamed is Harris. Couldn't find any space, but he will be fouled on the shot. Foul is going to go against Madison Hawkins, so there's his third foul for Hawkins.
There's his third foul, yes.
And it will be Mosley at the line for 2. 4 points on the night for Lawrence. This is his first trip to the charity stripe. First free throw attempt off the back of the rim, no good.
All right, there's a good move, taking Jefferson out from the lane with 3 fouls, so he doesn't pick up a cheap foul down there.
Second free throw attempt for Mosley. Couple of bounces, finds the basket. So 5 points on the night for Lawrence. And it's 51-35, Cardinals with the lead. Minute and a half left to go here in the third. Edwards now with the ball, screen set by Hawkins. Hawkins, a big body, he sent a screen, turnover for East Chicago. And on the feed, yes, he did. Getting up the floor was Murphy. Found Isaiah Martinez. Finds himself action for the first time tonight, and Martinez got a little anxious with the basketball, drug his feet with the travel.
Turnover number 13.
That's a critical mistake for Griffith. Those are easy baskets, and they need them right now. 51-35, East Chicago Central. And a minute to go left here in the third. It's Edwards. 3-ball, right elbow. No good off the rim. Rebound, East Chicago Central. Put back up by Jones. That one's no good either. Jones gets his own rebound. Second shot attempt, no good, but a foul on the play. So the clock will stop at 50.8, and Devontae Jones will go to the line. Foul going against Isaiah Martinez after the turnover. Martinez was working on Jones as Quintero is on the bench. Now for Griffith for the first time tonight.
East Chicago doing a great job crashing the boards there. 3 attempts at that shot. None of them got to fall, but that's something you got to do against this Griffith Panther team because they have the athletes that can jump.
Yep. Free throw attempt by Jones is no good. Makes him 3 for 5 from the line on the night. Second shot is good. 4 points on the night for Jones. Other side now Griffith. Griffith on the break. Quintero back in the game after the free throw. Looking for space, working on Edwards. Quintero finds a teammate, right elbow, back up to Hayden. Hayden's going to reset at the point. Top of the key. Harris calling for it, left side, gets it. Harris on the left elbow, double team. Harris picks up his dribble, finds Hayden back top of the key. Harris. East Chicago now playing a 2-3 zone as Harris got it inside for Murphy, and Murphy was fouled on the shot.
Trammell was calling for the ball. He wanted the ball down low, and when he finally got it to him, he was double teamed and got picked up the foul. I'm not sure who the foul was on.
The foul was on Jones. That's his second. And Trammell Murphy at the line misses his first free throw of the night in 10 attempts. So 9 points from the stripe, 9 for 10 from the line. For the math majors out there, that is 90%. Second free throw attempt is good. So 14 on the night for Trammell Murphy. 52-36, just 13 seconds left to go. Here in the third quarter, it's Edwards. 9 seconds left to go. Edwards working on Murphy at center court. 5 seconds. Edwards looking for the shot. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Edwards, 3-ball. And it's good. from the right elbow. What a shot by Hiram Edwards to close out the third quarter. Gets the lead for his Cardinals back to 19. It's 55-36. East Chicago Central with the lead. We're going to come back with the fourth quarter right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players at highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Fourth quarter underway here from the Barado Center in East Chicago Central as we welcome you back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Davis presentation of high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network, 90.5 FM, WRTW The Key, and around the world on the internet at regionsports.com. Griffith with the basketball to start the quarter, and another turnover. I believe that's 15 on the night. 14 on the night for Griffith. A lot of costly turnovers. They get the ball and just an ill-advised pass from Hayden. And straight out of bounds on the baseline, East Chicago with the recovery. It's Edwards. Edwards looks to drive down the lane, and it'll be a foul on the play on the shot attempt.
Beautiful spin move on Trammell there. He got away from him, but couldn't put the basket down.
So the foul went against Quintero. Trying to draw the charge. And it'll be Hiram Edwards, the senior D1 recruit at the charity stripe, for two. First one is no good.
Boy, he too short-armed that shot. You could just see it.
Yep. 14 on the night for Edwards. 2 for 3 from the line. Second shot, no good. So Edwards misses both free throws. Lead sticks at 19 for the Cardinals. Cardinals back in the press. And Kelston Hayden trying to get it up the floor, had to beat 3 Cardinal players. And another foul on the Cardinals is going to go against Edwards. So now Jefferson and Edwards both with 3 fouls, and Charlie Cleveland with 4. So 3 of the 5 starters for the Cardinals all in foul trouble here in the fourth quarter. Inbounds play for Griffith. Now it's Hayden, top of the key to the point. Right elbow for Anthony Murphy, who finds his twin brother Trammell at the baseline. Trammell for Harris. 13-foot jumper for Harris. Air ball, no good. Rebound brought down by Cousinard. Jermaine Cousinard back up the floor, finds Edwards. Edwards finds space, lays it up and in off the glass.
That's what
Chicago.
That's what EC does so well, transition. Being able to get down the floor, run the floor, and finish up on the other side.
Quick points for the Cardinals, 57-36. Lead back out to 21 for ECC. Other side of the floor now, it's Murphy inside dish for Anthony Harris. Lays it up and in. Nice play there for Harris. Harris has had a great second half, 11 points in the third and fourth quarter for him. Other side quickly is Damian Jefferson getting the feed from Edwards. And it's in for Jefferson under the basket. So lead back to 21 now, 59-38. And it'll be the Panthers who call a timeout. Gary Hayes wants to talk it over. They can't be exchanging baskets right now.
No, they cannot afford to exchange baskets. They cannot afford to have these constant turnovers as well.
Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and the Peak Performers return for another season on the Region Sports Network and regionsports.com. That's underwritten by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Check for the Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Peak Performers every week on regionsports.com. That's underwritten by Lake County, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance Agents. They have offices in Crown Point, Highland, Hobart, Lowell, and Cherville. That's Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Good coverage doesn't have to cost more. And folks, with Valentine's Day just around the corner, what better way to show that special someone you care than with a specialty item from Lally's Florist in East Chicago. Lally's has a variety of items to choose from, including silk and fresh flowers. That's Lally's Florist, 3820 Main Street in East Chicago. For orders and deliveries, their phone number is 378-1036. 6:11 left to go in this one. From the Barado Center, Brandon Alexander, he's Rich Castile, bringing you high school basketball right here on 90.5 The Key and the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Panthers now with the ball. It's Anthony Harris on the elbow. Finds Hayden, right side, double team, back inside for Harris. Little 8-foot jumper is good for Harris. Harris adding to his point total here in the second half. Cuts the lead to 19. It's 59-40. Other side of the floor. ECC almost turns it over, but the recovery goes to Jermaine Cousinard, who pops the three ball from the left elbow. That's nothing but net for Jermaine. 6 points on the night for Cousinard now, 62-40. Cardinals with the advantage. Hayden, top of the key, right side for Williams. Back outside to Murphy. Murphy shoots a three ball from the left elbow. That's no good. Rebound brought down by Edwards. Edwards looks to push. This is the back for Jefferson. Jefferson from the right elbow is good for a three. 65-40. Now Cardinals putting this one away at home tonight. Jefferson now breaks 20 points, 21 in the night for Damien. Three ball put up by Hayden, other side of the floor, it's no good. Rebound Harris, and Anthony Harris is able to lay it up and in. And Anthony Harris quietly with a 15-point second half going on. And there'll be another timeout on the floor with 4:55 left to play, and the lead back down to, or the lead to 23 now. You're listening to Region Sports Network coverage of high school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW Crown Point, WRTK Paxton, Illinois, and streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com. A lot of action here tonight, Rich. We've seen quite a basketball game. Kind of wish it wasn't such a disparity in the score. Would like to see a little more competitive ball here in the fourth quarter, but we've certainly seen the highlights from the superstars tonight.
We have, and I think the fouls have contributed to the game slowing down. I'm watching Damian Jefferson. He knows he has the three fouls. He's unable to contest some easy buckets underneath. And you go the other way. I tell you what. Overall, it's been a great game so far.
Region Sports Network coverage of high school basketball returns next week with all kinds of more exciting hoops action. Stay logged on to regionsports.com for the updated broadcast schedule. East Chicago Central with a 23-point lead over the RSN number 3 ranked Griffith Panthers here at the Barado Center. Just under 5 to go here in the fourth quarter. It was Edwards looking to push and turns it over to Harris. Harris takes it all the way down the floor and slams it home for Griffith. Transition game now for Hawkins, other side of the floor. Can't find the basket as Andrews swatted away by Griffith. Hawkins with the second attempt, no good, and a foul on the play. A nice slam there by Anthony Harris. He's put on a show in the second half.
It was kind of nice to see the action pick up a little bit there. We've been put to sleep a little bit, but
I was not even close to going to sleep. I mean, I know you don't pay attention there or anything to me, Rich, but I'm wide awake over here. So the foul actually went against Hawkins for East Chicago Central, and now on the other side of the floor, shooting a 1-and-1 for Griffith is Josh Terzariel. And the first one was no good. Fighting for the rebound was a few players under the basket, and they drew another foul. And the foul will go against East Chicago once again. And it's Cousinard. It's Jermaine's third foul.
But we've had a lot of fouls tonight.
Yeah, Cleveland with 4, Cousinard with 3, Edwards with 3, Jefferson with 3 for the Cardinals. And it may be much ado about nothing with a 19-point lead and 4.5 to play. At the line for Griffith is Harris. His first attempt was no good. Shooting 2. They called it a shot attempt under the basket as he was trying to get the putback. And the second free throw attempt spins around and falls. So 18 points on the night for Harris. I'll come in here in the second half. Other side of the floor now, it's Edwards. Nice feed inside by Edwards to Hawkins. Hawkins can't find the basket, but it is Damian Jefferson on the rebound and putback, lays it in and draws the foul for the and one. So Jefferson will go to the line.
Hawkins went at it. Out of control. Jefferson that was there to clean it up.
Yeah. So that was a fourth foul on Anthony Murphy. And Coach Gary Hayes will sub back in his brother Trammell, who has no fouls on the night. And Anthony will have a seat as Jefferson will go to the line for the and one. Free throw attempt for Damian is good. His first free throw of the night. Lead is 23 now for East Chicago Central, 68-45. Other side of the floor, Hayden with a little 13-foot jumper, no good. Rebound brought down by Jefferson. Jefferson on the far line looking to push. Jefferson crossover, cross court now for Cousinard. Cousinard on the left elbow getting worked on by Murphy. And the ball will go out of bounds to Cousinard. A little jawing going on between these players discreetly.
You've noticed that, yes.
If I can see it, I'm certain that other people closer to the game than me can as well. But they're letting them play on. It's East Chicago Central with the basketball and Cousinard with the drive. And it goes out of bounds, but before that, it'll be a foul. And that will go against Anthony Harris on the shot. So Cousinard will go to the line for two now.
East Chicago playing a little two-man game there. Inbounds from Cousinard to Edwards and back to Cousinard.
Cousinard with 6 points on the night. Stays at 6. Can't sink that first free throw. 3:46 left to go in this one, 68-45. Cardinals with the advantage. Second free throw attempt for Cousinard goes down. So his first free throw of the night, 7 on the night for Germain. And it'll be on the other side of the floor now for Hayden and the Panthers. Hayden, top of the key, double teamed inside for Harris. Harris loses the ball. Fighting for it as the Chicago Central may recover. Up the floor now is Adams. And Adams feeds it to Damian Jefferson with the tomahawk jam from the right side. Gets his fans on his feet. Other side of the floor. Turnover now. It's Edwards. And Edwards slams it home. If the junior can do it, you bet your butt I can as well. Edwards slams it home from the left side. Gets the lead out to 28. Another break for East Chicago Central. And it's Jamar Adams with the layup attempt. And that's no good. Razzle-dazzle, fast break action for East Chicago Central. Throwing it down. And Adams will go to the line for two. I knew something would get this crowd back into it.
You know, it's a highlight time. It's showtime right now. You know, with the big lead. I'm speechless. This is great.
That's something else, man. Damian Jefferson just looks like a man out there.
But it all starts with that pressure defense that EC has. Looking at 17 turnovers now.
Jamar Adams at the line for two. First one's no good. Adams with 9 points on the night. And it looks like Coach A. Brown is going to sub in the house. Everybody's coming in. Edwards is going to have a seat. Reed, Jones, Trayvon Smith checking in for the Cardinals as Jefferson, Devontae Jones, Edwards, and Cleveland, and Cousinard all have a seat to a nice ovation, and rightly so from this Cardinal crowd. Second free throw attempt by Adams off the rim. No good. 28-point lead for Chicago Central, 73-45. Just under 3 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Other side of the floor for the Panthers was Mosley with the shot attempt and the foul.
I believe Griffith is going to empty their bench as well.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. So Murphy, Harris, Murphy, Hayden, all checking out of the game for Griffith as the subs come in for both squads. And it's the right move by both coaches.
This is where you always think now you're going to see all the whistles.
Yeah, right. 1-1 put up by Mosley for Griffith, no good. The rebound brought down by East Chicago Central. Nice crossover move there by Arian Stubbs. Stubbs checking into the game, showing off some ball skills, got this crowd going. My goodness, in the backcourt, Arian Stubbs shaking bacon three Griffith defenders.
He had three defenders on him, behind the back, between the legs, around the world.
It was a turnover for Central, and it'll be Griffith basketball, 2:35 to play, and a 28-point lead for the Cardinals. Right elbow for Griffith, it's Frank Ascona. Three-ball attempt put up by Isaiah Martinez, that's no good, air ball, and the rebound brought down by Alien Stubbs. Stubbs now with it to Trayvon Smith. Smith looks to penetrate left side, no good. Rebound, Martinez. Griffith turns it back over across the floor, recovered by Stubbs. Stubbs gets it up the floor, and it's Trayvon Smith in a fight for it down on the floor. Fighting for it with Ascona with Stubbs. And it'll be a jump ball with the possession arrow going to the Cardinals. 2:04 left to go in this one. 73-45, Cardinals with the lead. Bench mob in for both teams. Turnover Cardinals. Lob other side for Griffith. It's Murphy. Or it's not Murphy, it's 31 for Griffith. I don't have that on my score sheet, Rich.
I do not.
Out of bounds on the Cardinals. That'll go against the Panthers. Griffith now with it as Kona. Left wing Martinez pops the three, no good for Isaiah, and the rebound brought down by Trayvon Smith. Left side Smith, crossover, dishes out, and controlled at the point. Stubbs, Alien Stubbs, worked on by a sub for Griffith. Little bobble there by the Panthers, and it's recovered by East Chicago. Will go out of bounds. Minute 20 left to go. Inbounds play for the Cardinals. Gets it to Stubbs. Long three-ball attempt put up by the Cardinals. No good. Rebound brought down by Johnny Jones. Jones saw some action in the JV game earlier on tonight. Other side of the floor, Griffith shot attempt no good. And the rebound brought down by Trayvon Smith. Smith will drive the length of the floor, lay it up off the bottom of the rim. No good. And it'll go out of bounds. Went off the foot of a Panther. And it'll be inbounds for the Cardinals. 59.5 left to go. 73-45. East Chicago with a commanding lead. Bench mobs in for both squads as we're just kind of going back and forth in this last 2 minutes as the underclassmen look to get some action here in front of the big crowd.
Yes, we looking at the last 3 minutes of a JV game here.
Yeah, Johnny Jones was in the game, as I just mentioned, tonight for JV. Just a sophomore as Jones, but 6'9" tall.
He towers over everybody.
First free throw attempt for Smith.
I tell you what,
good.
You get him into the weight room and put some meat on him.
He reminds me of, basically, he looks like Kevin Durant did at his age.
Yes.
So second free throw attempt is good. 30-point lead for the Cardinals, 75-45. And other side of the floor for the Panthers and Martinez. With a stoppage in play in transition. Foul will go against the Cardinals.
The facial features of Kevin Durant, but the physical body structure of Manute Bol.
Well, he needs a few more inches on Manute, I think.
No, I'm talking about his
his arms just come down to his knees. It's amazing. So Martinez with his first free throw attempt is in and out. Second one is good. 75-46. Cardinals with it. Up the floor now is Smith for ECC. Smith now with the top of the key, left side, Stubbs. 35 seconds left to play. It's Smith. Drives the baseline, does Smith. A nice move for Trayvon, but can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound on the baseline, and fighting for it was Ascona. And the foul will go against Dylan for Griffith, his first, as he sees his first minutes of the game. And Trayvon Smith will go to the line, shoot a 1-and-1. But no, a double bonus now, he'll be shooting 2.
Yes.
The first one for Smith is good.
Fans starting to clear out of here now.
Yep. 5 points on the night for Trayvon Smith. Takes the lead for his Cardinals back to 30. 76-46. Second free throw attempt is in. 24 left to play. 3-ball other side of the floor for Griffith, put up by Torrin Dillon. That's no good. And the rebound brought down by Trayvon Smith. And Smith drives all the way up the floor to the right side, goes for the layup. No good, but drew the foul once again. Foul will go against Quintero. Quintero with the foul for Griffith. That's not Quintero. He's wearing a number 11, but that's not Quintero. Quintero's having a seat.
Do we have a number 11?
So Smith at the line once again. Sinks both free throws. 10 seconds left to play. 78-46 Cardinals. Griffith with it on the elbow. It's Martinez. 2 seconds left to play. 11 for the Panthers. Looks to take up the shot, and it's swatted down by Johnny Jones, and that'll be the buzzer and the end of the ball game. Just a dominant performance tonight by East Chicago Central as they avenge last year's loss from Griffith with a convincing W here tonight. 78-46. Your final score, Cardinals with the victory over the number 3 Griffith Panthers. We're going to take a timeout. Rich and I will bring you all the statistics and say goodnight right here from the Verado Center. We'll be back here in a couple of minutes on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Jack's Warehouse, Northwest Indiana's newest indoor family fun center, is proud to sponsor sports on the Region Sports Network. Jack's Warehouse has fun activities for all ages, including go-karts, bumper cars, SkyTrail, laser tag, and an arcade. Jack's even has glow-in-the-dark mini golf. Located next to Omni on Route 41 in Schererville, Jack's has 6 party rooms available for events and parties. For more information, the website is jakswarehouse.com, and the phone number is 322-JAKS.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.
Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs. For over 65 years, the Town Club in Highland has been serving generations of region diners. The Town Club specializes in steaks, prime rib, and perch, all served in a warm and cozy environment, and is open for lunch and dinner. The Town Club is a restaurant that hungry diners will want to return to again and again. The Town Club, 2904 45th Street in Highland. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep. High school basketball on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point.
Welcome back to another Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy Dealers presentation of high school basketball right here on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 WRTW The Key and streaming worldwide on the internet tonight at regionsports.com. Chevy are the MVPs of MPG. Final score tonight from the Verado Center, 78-46. East Chicago Central with the victory and just a dominant performance. They didn't look back after the first 2 minutes of the first quarter. Griffith got out to a little bit of a hot start, and then the starters for East Chicago Central, they just took over the ball game, Rich.
Absolutely. You know, we talked about the athleticism of both these teams, but I tell you what, the quickness of East Chicago, you know, it's an old cliche when you say you can't practice for a team's quickness, and that's absolutely what happened here tonight. You know, was it 17 turnovers created by the quickness and that man-to-man full-court pressure that East Chicago applied. It was just too much for the Griffith Panthers.
At Griffith Jewelers, each crafted piece of jewelry carries the tradition, quality, artistry, and accessible luxury that we've been known for since 1948. Our collections are perfect for a wide range of occasions and purposes, such as weddings, engagement parties, anniversaries, birthdays, and promenade balls, among others. Griffith Jewelers, 144 North Broad Street in Griffith. You're listening to the post-game show here from the Verado Center. Brandon Alexander and Rich Castillo going to look at some scoring and stats on tonight's game. First for the Panthers, led in scoring tonight by Tramel Murphy. 14 points on the night, only 2 field goals for Tramel, as he had 12 free throw attempts, and he made 10 of them. So 14 on the night for Tramel. Excuse me, he didn't lead the Panthers in scoring. They were led by Anthony Harris, who had 17 points, all coming in the second half. With Harris just put on a clinic in the third quarter, but kind of quiet for Anthony because they were down by 20 the whole time. Moving up, Anthony Murphy with 6, Lawrence Mosley with 5, Torrin Dillon throwing in a free throw, and Kelston Hayden rounding out the scoring for Griffith with a 3-burger.
You know, they had an outstanding. I say the Griffith Panthers in the second half. They seemed to get into I called it a funk. You know, where they got into an ozone there and had some silly mistakes. But overall, it was just the tremendous rebounding of East Chicago dominating the boards tonight, 28-13. Tramel Murphy leading the way for the Griffith Panthers with 7, but Damian Jefferson, another outstanding performance, 9 rebounds.
And we'll start the East Chicago Central scoring with Damian Jefferson. He led all scorers tonight with 24 points, and a few of them just let off some fireworks here at the Verado Center. A couple of tomahawk jams for Damian Jefferson above the rim just set this place ablaze, and he was certainly showing off a lot of those skills that has made him a very high talking point, not only around the region but across the country, as a lot of D1 schools are taking a look at him. Damian, just a junior. He'll be back for his senior season, 6'5", and we can expect to hear a lot more from him in the future. He was complimented tonight by his teammate Hiram Edwards, another kid that's being looked at by some bigger schools all over the country. 20 points in the night for Hiram, the 6'1" senior, certainly making his contributions tonight, running the point for the Cardinal offense, and he was just spectacular all around tonight.
Absolutely. You know, you can't go without saying that East Chicago's 1-2 punch, Edwards and Jefferson, and they did the job, and East Chicago did their job.
Jamar Adams pitching in with 9 points, Jermaine Cousinard with 7, Charlie Cleveland pitching in 6, Devontae Jones with 7, Madison Hawkins pitching in 2, and Tayshawn Lewis rounding out the scoreboard tonight for East Chicago Central with 4. Time to give out some awards, Rich. Going to name our Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, and that's brought to you by Berry Brothers, Berry Brothers provides quality work and safety footwear. They've been doing so since 1946. They are your source for quality work, safety footwear, and apparel. They're located one half mile north of 8094 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. They are a blue-collar store for the blue-collar worker. Mr. Castillo, our Berry Brothers blue-collar player of the game tonight was?
We're going to go with Hiram Edwards. 20 points for East Chicago. You know, he is the star of this game, of this team, but, you know, tonight he had to step up a little bit when Jefferson got into foul trouble, sat on the bench for a while, scoring 20 points. He contributed to 3 rebounds, but I'll tell you what, it's that senior leadership on this team that helped him.
All right, so Hiram Edwards taking away our Berry Brothers blue-collar player of the game. Next, we're going to name our Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game, and that's brought to you by Crowell Companies. They have offices open from 9 to 9 Monday through Friday, Saturdays till 2. They're in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. They are your insurance superheroes, and certainly proud to recognize their superheroes on the basketball court. So our Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game tonight, Rich, is.
And he had the superhero. He had the cape on tonight.
He certainly did.
Damian Jefferson, 24 points, 9 rebounds, missing the double-double by 1. But, you know, that's unofficially. That's mine. That's mine. He very well could have had a double-double, but you know what? An outstanding job. He had a couple of power jams, and so he definitely had the cape on tonight.
And, you know, a lot of pressure is put on those kids, you know, when they're entering their senior season. For Edwards, he is a senior. And Jefferson, you know, the talk when you're a 16, 17-year-old kid, it could get to you. You come into an atmosphere like tonight. I mean, this place was just rocking. There was thousands of people in here looking to watch them play, and they certainly did not disappoint tonight. Just an outstanding clinic put on by the East Chicago Central Cardinals. They're going to move to 10-3 on the year as the Griffith Panthers fall to 11-2.
Yeah, I just want to take a quick, brief moment. You know, we had such a joyous time here tonight. I was informed this evening that Bear Falls, the former athletic director over at Michigan City, passed away tonight. And, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with his family and the whole Michigan City family as well. So our thoughts and prayers, again, go out to the Bear Falls family.
Absolutely, and then for the Michigan City family and, you know, everyone associated with Duneland Athletic Conference sports, you know, they're all associated. They all know each other, so I'm sure a lot of people tonight listening knew Mr. Fowles and is certainly saddened by that news. Region Sports Network coverage of high school basketball on 90.5 FM WRTW and on the internet at regionsports.com is underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the MVP of MPGs, the Crowell Companies, your insurance superheroes, also Berry Brothers, a tradition of quality and service since 1946, McShane's, business products and solutions since 1921, the Lake County agents of Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, Christensen Chevrolet in Highland, driving the American dream, Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, design, and signs. Blue 82 in St. John. Food, Friends, and Fun. Morris Baseball and Softball Center, providing elite instruction. Randall K. Miss Accounting Group, putting the numbers to work. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Holbert. Jack's Warehouse, great entertainment for the whole family. Triple Crown Baseball and Softball Academy, where the All-Stars train. Lali's Florists, natural and silk floral arrangements for all occasions. Griffith Jewelers, quality artistry and accessible luxury. And by the Town Club Restaurant, bringing steak and seafood for 65 years. Our executive producer of high school sports here on the Region Sports Network tonight was Chris Ramirez. Our chief engineer, Mike Benaventura, and our coordinating producer is Nathan Laird. Nathan also joining us in the RSN studio. I'd like to send a special thanks to the station manager over at 90.5 FM WRTW, Jody McManus, and the athletic director here at East Chicago Central, Trino Cavazos. For Rich Castillo, I'm Brandon Alexander. To all of us joining us tonight on the web at regionsports.com and on 90.5 FM, we certainly thank you for listening and joining us for what was a great display of basketball here tonight from the Barado Center. Your final score once again, East Chicago Central 78 and Griffith 46. We wish everyone a very safe drive home and a very good end to your weekend. It's a great week around this country, Super Bowl week. Everybody be safe out there. Have a great time. Enjoy yourselves. And join us next week for more action right here on the Region Sports Network. Good night, everybody.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.